Hello, Chip GT here, and in this video the glass has arrived. We're going to install it, we're going to check out a couple of other things, and then we're going to address an issue from me ordering the wrong parts. Let's coin in and push that start button. First, I need to say a very big thank you to all of you who have watched my videos. The Vpin Wizardry channel has reached the milestone of 300 subscribers with over 1,500 watch hours. To celebrate that, Pinball Life has very generously given all of you a promo code of promo10 to use at checkout for 10% off of your next purchase. Pinball Life is home to just about any pinball machine part you can think of for real pinball machines, and it has been a true resource for those of us in the build your own cabinet and virtual pinball community. And they have all kinds of parts and things that you might need for a virtual pinball machine, from glass to plumb bobs and shaker motors and almost everything that I have installed on my Backbox. This is where I normally go for all of my virtual pinball needs for quality parts at lower prices. And this code is good until 21 September 2023. So be sure to use promo code 10 at checkout for your next purchase. And thank you for watching, subscribing, and sharing these videos with your friends. All right, guys, so as promised, the glass came in and they made it UPS proof. So they put big do not lay flat. The glass it's in a thick box. I mean, this is at least 3 to 3.5 inches in length, and it is a wide body piece of glass, and it's much wider than the cabinet, so this has got to be wrapped up really nice. I'm going to go ahead and cut into it, and we'll see how it came. Package. Oh wow. Yeah, they did a really nice job on this. You guys are not going to have to worry about this. Let me get the camera real quick. So it is super thick, and it is completely wrapped in bubble wrap here, and they've got this big piece of foam here. The glass is really thin, it's floating in the middle, and there's bubble wrap on each side. So let me pull this out and we'll see how it looks. This is a really kind of specialized foam. This bubble wrap goes all the way through, all the way down. And then there's even foam pieces on the sides, down the side here. It's not just the corners, it goes all the way down the side there. Please excuse the messes that my dog have made on the carpet. I'm not wearing the gloves. Hopefully this will slide out. Fucking nice. It's heavy. Alright, there it is. That is slick. Not a dent, nick, or chip anywhere on there. Check the other side real quick. Yeah, guys, this is perfect. This is perfect. I couldn't have gotten it. It wouldn't have come any more perfect than if I had picked it up myself and drove it all the way home. So there you have it. I do see a glare, but when the screen is on, right now I have the computer disconnected, and that'll be coming in a later video, but there is a little bit of a glare on there. So if you wanted to get the Invisiglass, you can. That just means I get to play pinball the way it was meant to be played, with all the lights and everything else on there. So let me turn the monitors on. I don't know if we'll actually see anything other than the screen, but let's see how the glare looks like that. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a glare. That's because I have ceiling lights. So I'll be playing pinball, I think, with the lights off. And we'll see how this looks when it's all. I have the computer hooked back up. I'll turn it on and we'll try this out. But this gives you an idea what the glare looks like on there. I may upgrade to Invisiglass in the future. We'll see. We'll see. All right. And it may be hard to tell, but this is a piece of scrap plexiglass that I got from Lowe's. There is a little bit of a scratch here in the middle, and I'm gonna see if that's visible. I filled it in with a little bit of epoxy and cleaned it up with my X-Acto knife, and then sanded it down with 1,000 and then 2,000 grit sandpaper. So we'll see if we can see that. Here is the side holders on each side, and then the bottom trim. And yeah, see, I don't know, you might be able to see the scratch a little bit. We'll see how this works out. But getting this from Lowe's, I got it for free because it was scrap, and it was they cut it down to the right size for me, and then that saved me about 48 bucks. So let's go ahead and we'll put it in. And you may not be able to see it, but I can definitely see the scratch right there. So I'll probably go back and have them cut a non-scratch piece of glass for me, and we'll see what happens. But that looks nice, sharp and crisp now that there's a piece of glass in there. We'll see how that looks with the monitor on and if it really bothers me, because it's just barely visible. The other thing I added were these D-ring hangers, and I just unscrewed that nut and put it down, put the washer down, put the nut back on. And then this wire is actually a reverse gate latch. And I took that up to a bolt there. And I did the same thing to the other side. What this does is it prevents me from accidentally dropping it and this key shattering the glass or breaking the key when it hits the glass. And these cables add a little nice thing. And this is something that's pretty standard in most Stern back boxes. So I felt the need, it was time, now that I have the glass, had to put that in there. So I needed to mention that if you plan on getting a lockdown bar like what I have here, and you want it to have a fire button, when you go to Pinball Life to buy the lockdown bar locking mechanism, you really need to make sure that you get one that supports a fire button. That's because it makes everything closer to the edge, and there's a nice little hole in the top so that your fire button can fire through, like your button can push through it. I made a mistake. I bought a regular receiver, and so now I've got a jury rig a solution. I'm going to walk you guys through how I do that. But to prevent you from making the same mistake, make sure if you want a fire button, you get a receiver that supports a fire button. Make sure you get a lockdown bar that will work with this receiver. And I think that this particular lockdown bar is for a standard size, not for a wide body. There are some wide body with fire buttons that will work with this. And then you have a push fire button here and a leaf switch mechanism there, and a spacer here. So make sure you get the right parts for what you need. So this is kind of what I was talking about here. I don't have this big nice hole right here in the middle for the button to get pushed down through. And it's a little bit different design from your regular lockdown mechanism. Just make sure that you take that into consideration and don't make the mistake that I made. With that said, that wraps up this video. If you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets to go to Cincinnati. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.